Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because we are going to be doing the My Boyfriend Picks My Makeup Challenge. So I've seen a lot of different versions of this video going around YouTube lately. I've seen My Boyfriend Buys My Makeup, but I don't have a whole $300, $400 to be dropping on a brand new face of makeup. So Brandon came over the other day and we decided to do this video for you guys. So I gave Brandon a list of the steps that I take in order to do a full face of makeup, and he came over, he went inside of my Alex drawers and he picked out what he thought would work for each step. I didn't give him any help, I didn't give him any hints. This is all his own knowledge of makeup. He went in my drawers and he was looking. I think he did a really good job. You guys are going to be seeing what he picked when I got onto the clips, and then after the clips are done, we are actually going to be applying the products to the face and seeing if they can create a full face. I just want to say really quickly, I was doing this vlog style, so it tends to go a little bit out of focus here and there, and I did subtitle him a bit because I'm not sure how well you would be able to understand him otherwise. So I did put some subtitles. It does go a little bit out of focus, but like I said, it's just like a chill like vlog segment of this video, and I thought it was really cute, and I actually think he did a really good job of picking all the makeup. So like I said, right now we are going to get on into the clips of him actually picking the makeup, and then we are going to come back and I'm going to be applying everything to my face, and hopefully it goes well. Okay, so the first thing you're picking is what?
This is the first thing I'm picking.
What is it?
A Brow Wiz.
Okay.
Priming spray.
Yeah.
That I know what it is. That's just stuff right here. Next, eyeshadow primer. There's more primer. That's some sort of foundation. That's foundation primer. That's more foundation. Ooh, wait, is this? I have no clue what I'm looking for. Eyeshadow primer, here it is. This is the one you're using. Okay, now we need a palette. There's like a billion here. No, that's ugly. Oh man.
What? How many do I
You
have?
have a lot. Okay, this one's looking pretty. That doesn't look like eyeshadow. Don't you have this up here? You have two of them?
They're different. That's the second edition. Are you gonna look through all of them before you pick one?
I gotta make a right choice. Okay, I choose the peanut butter palette.
Okay.
And I choose the shade Peanut Brittle.
Peanut brittle?
Peanut brittle.
Well, I can't use the whole palette? Or do you want peanut brittle to be like the star of the show?
Peanut Brittle is the star of the show.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Oh, I didn't even see this giant one.
Oh, what? You changed your mind?
Let's see. Nah, Peanut Brittle.
Peanut brittle? Okay.
Next is mascara.
Mascara.
Oh, here we go, mascara. This one looks pretty. No. Priming spray, eyelash primer, check, eyeshadow palette, mascara. Okay, now we need some face primer. This is foundation primer.
What are you pondering?
I'm assuming this is what you need. So
show us, what is it?
Yeah, foundation primer. Ooh, I like this one.
What is it?
Fenty Beauty. I know that's that Rihanna stuff. Okay, Fenty Beauty is your foundation. Next we have concealer. I forgot what that looks like. It's not this stuff. That looks clear. Concealer, I found it.
You found concealer?
This is corrector. I don't know if that's concealer. Oh, concealer. Okay. You're using this one.
That one?
Better Skin Super Spray.
Spray?
Super Stay. Stay. Now we need some powder. Here's your powder.
You knew that so quick. The iconic Laura Mercier.
Yeah, get this one. Okay, I don't know what bronzer is, so this looks like the first one you're gonna get screwed with.
Don't drop anything, you're paying for it. You break it, you buy it. You are really struggling to find this bronzer.
Yeah.
Whatever you think is bronzer, just pick it. And I have to use it.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Okay, that's what you're using. NYC Smooth Skin Fenty Parfait.
What are you looking for?
I'm going for the highlight now. Highlighter.
Wow, just going for it. He knows. What is that?
It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. Do I get to choose?
If you want.
What matches? Using peanut brittle. Daydream.
You want me to use Daydream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's colors on the bottom.
You like those like lippy sticks?
Mm-hmm. I think I like this one. Let's see. Yeah, I chose this one.
What's it called?
Colourpop Grunge Matte. Here's some blush. I like this one. It's pretty.
Okay.
The flower.
Show the camera. What's it called?
Milani.
Do you know what contour looks like?
No. Oh, here's one. I don't like that one though. Ooh. Okay.
You think that?
I'm gonna let you choose this one.
Okay.
So.
You think that's
you
a
have
contour
to use this
product?
one, but yeah, it says contour right there. And now we need setting spray, and that's it.
What are you looking for?
Setting spray. Oh, it says it right there. Setting spray. This is what you're using. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray.
Okay. So everything on the list is crossed off.
There
Here's.
you go.
Oh, he's adjusting my lighting. Look at him. Here's everything that Brandon picked for the full face. Hopefully he got everything. Hopefully everything is right. Hopefully it all works out and creates a full face. How do you think you did?
I think I did really good.
Really good?
Really good. I don't think I mixed up anything.
Okay, we'll
unless
see.
I'm extremely off.
So now I'm going to be hopping into the portion of the video where I'm actually going to be doing the full face and applying everything. So let's jump into that right now. Okay, so now we are going to be going into the actual tutorial portion of this, I guess you guys can call it, the full face application. I'm just going to be pulling my hair back so it is all out of my face. I have all this stuff right here. I'm not sure how well you guys can see everything, but I will tell you what I'm using for each step. I just have to go grab my mirror. I forgot that. I don't think he picked anything wrong like step-wise, but I guess we'll see how all the products go together, how they all look on my face in the final result and stuff like that. So let's just get started. Obviously the first thing that he picked for me, as you guys saw, was the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This was brand new on the top of my drawer, so I'm not surprised that he picked this, and this is also something that I talk about to him all the time. Like, he knows what this is. So I'm going to be doing my brows. I'm probably going to be doing this off camera if I could open this, just because this is a step that takes me a pretty long time. I'm just going to start by outlining the top as well as the bottom. I usually would also use a powder in combination with the Brow Wiz, but he only picked this, so I'm going to use this on my whole entire brow today. So those are the brows all done. Like I said, he knew the Brow Wiz was my favorite, so that was definitely an easy one for him. I know they look a little crazy and harsh right now, but everything will come together once I have my full face on. So now after I do my brows, I really kind of like to clean them up and just make them look a little bit sharper, just a little bit clean on the top. So I'm going to be carving them out with the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. This is the concealer that he chose for me. And also in between the brows too is an area that I like to hit. So now I'm going to be zooming you guys in so we can start working on the eyes. I think that's good so you guys can see right there. So Brandon chose the Too Faced Shadow Insurance for eye primer. He took a while to find it, but he did, and I'm so glad because this is one of my absolute favorite eye primers. I would typically like to layer this with my paint pot, but I wanted to just simplify things for him, and I didn't want to make him pick like 2 primers, or if I use like 2 concealers or anything like that. I just wanted to make things nice and simple. So I'm gonna make this work, but like I said, it's my favorite eye primer, so I'm happy that he picked this one. I'm not sure if this is considered cheating, but like I said, I do like more of an opaque lid as a base before I go ahead and put down some shadow. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer that Brandon chose for me and just pop that on my lid to kind of even my eyelids out a little bit, just to prep them for shadow. I just like my lids to be a little bit more opaque, just to hide any like veins or darkness or anything. just like that. As you guys can see, just kind of brightens the area. I've actually been really liking priming my lids with a concealer. Sometimes I'll just totally skip the primers and just go ahead and put the concealer on my lid, and I find that it works just as well. So we're gonna use the concealer like that today. And then also to set that, Brandon chose the Tarteist contour kit as the contour. So let me look for a brush here. I think I'm gonna be using the lighter highlight shades, the highlight and the yellow correct shade, to just set that lid. So now we're going to be going on to eyeshadow, and Brandon picked the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. You guys only saw him open a couple palettes in the actual clips, but I swear he opened maybe 10 to 12 palettes, and he was like, no. And it took him so long to pick one, and he finally settled on the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly, which I'm not surprised because he loves these like bright orangey shades. Whenever I wear them on my lid, I feel like he always compliments them. So he said that he wanted Peanut Brittle right here to be the star of the show. So I'm gonna try to do a look working around Peanut Brittle. I'm assuming it's going to be very warm, very like that orangey peanut buttery look. So the first shade that I'm gonna be going in with is the shade Peanut Butter, and I'm gonna be using this as my transition shade. These shades in this palette, they blend so nicely. This is definitely one of my favorite palettes that Too Faced has done. I feel like in comparison to like the Just Peachy mattes, the quality of this is just so much better, and this is a palette that I like to reach for a lot, and this is a really pretty warm transition that I'm working with right now. I'm gonna be taking that same peanut butter shade just on a little bit more of a concentrated brush. This is the Morphe M505, and I'm gonna be concentrating this more into the crease, a little bit more defined, and building up that color there. So now that we have the peanut butter shade all built up in my crease, now I'm going to use Peanut Brittle, which is what Brandon said he wanted to be the star of this show. I'm just deciding if I want to put this all over my lid or really have it make a statement on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, so change of plans. I'm just going to go ahead and put this color all over my lid just because it is a shimmer shade. I just feel like it will look a bit better packed all over the lid, and then maybe I'll go ahead and just highlight it with some of the highlighter he chose or something like that. But he wanted it to be the star of the show, so we're just gonna go ahead and put it all over. I'm actually gonna try wetting this shade. That's not something that I've ever tried to do before with this palette, but I'm just gonna take some Smashbox primer water. Oh, something that Brandon picked out as well. Just to wet the brush, I'm gonna see if that makes a difference in the application of how intense this shadow is. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. So there's Peanut Brittle all over the lid. This has a lot of fallout going on, but we're gonna go ahead and clean that up in a little while. Now, just to add a little bit more definition to the eye, I'm gonna be taking the shade Nuts About You and packing that onto the outer corner and up into my crease. It's just a little bit of a deeper, warm, ready brown shade. Try to wipe away. There's a lot. Wow. Okay. Wow. So this is the eyeshadow for now. I might go back and add stuff later once I have my full face done and everything. But for mascara, Brandon chose my favorite Essence Lash Princess again. I was so happy. I mean, I think this is the only mascara that I have in my makeup collection, so that definitely made it easy. But I'm gonna go off camera, do my lashes, because again, that kind of takes a while, and then we will be back and start on the face. For priming spray, Brandon chose the Smashbox primer water. This is my favorite, and I think he remembered this from me saying it was one of my favorites when he did my makeup, and then my boyfriend does my makeup video, and he was like spraying it too close to my face, and I was like choking on it. So I think he remembers like what the bottle looks like and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna be starting off by priming my face with this. And for primer, he chose the Smashbox Photofinish Foundation Primer. Again, another one of my favorites. I think he did such a good job when he was picking out the things. And this, on the sheet, I wrote face primer, and I think he was a little confused because this said foundation primer. So he was like, all right, I'm assuming this is what you need. And he was right. This is exactly what I need, and it is one of my favorites. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, kind of warm it up between my fingers, and start working this into my skin. I really like to focus this around my nose area and around my pores, just because it really fills in my pores. It smooths everything out, especially over any texture that is on my face. And then just taking a little bit on my forehead to smooth out that area as well. You don't want to miss any portion of your face with primer. I'm going to be taking a little bit of that Super Stay Better Skin Concealer, or Super Spray as Brandon likes to call it, just to kind of cover some of these blemishes that I have on my cheek right here. Brandon chose the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna foundation. I am in the shade 190. I think he honestly picked it because the packaging was nice, and then when he read the name of it, he kind of like, it clicked in his head that it was the Rihanna stuff, because this is another thing that I do tend to talk about a lot with him. So I'm just going to be doing 2 pumps of that to start with, and I'm going to be using the foundation brush from her line as well. A little bit of this stuff definitely goes a really long way. And it has a really nice coverage to it. And Brandon knows I'm a full coverage queen, so I'm happy that he picked this one too. And of course, taking the same now I can't say it, the Super Stay Better Skin Concealer underneath my eyes and anywhere else where I would like to highlight. I typically would like to mix this with the Shape Tape underneath my eyes just to give it a little bit more of a full coverage, but I'm just gonna apply extra and maybe we could build up the coverage underneath the eye. But this is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. Actually, I think it is actually my favorite drugstore concealer. Hit the chin. Around the sides of my nose, I find that can get like really red for me, and then just a little bit on the forehead to even everything out. The concealer is actually looking really great on its own. I haven't worn this concealer alone in a while just because I'm obsessed with my Tarte Shape Tape, as I'm sure you guys know. So I always mix it in with this concealer, but this is actually looking really great on its own. It blended out really easily, really well, and I think it has a really nice coverage too. I think UPS is outside dropping off my Sephora package. I'm so excited, you guys. So I had some Sephora credits and I placed an online order of a bunch of high-end stuff, so I'm definitely planning on sharing that with you guys too. That looks so pretty under the eye. Like I said, I haven't used this concealer on its own in a minute, and I think it looks really pretty under the eye. I think it looks good. So now we're gonna go ahead and set everything. This was a total no-brainer for Brandon. As soon as he saw it, he was like, that's your powder. I know what that is. So he picked my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I don't know how he picked this so fast, maybe just from seeing me do my makeup and using this so many times. He kind of just knew what it looked like. So we're gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with this, as well as the rest of my face. Bronzer was one thing that Brandon definitely struggled with finding, but he found it. He picked the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder, and this is in Sunny. I don't know if they carry this anymore. I know it's just a really awesome affordable bronzer, so I hope that they still carry this. Maybe you could still find it at Target. So I'm just gonna be bronzing my face with this. My skin looks so good, and it's like weird because I've used a lot of these products before recently, but for some reason I'm just looking extra smooth today. This is a really great bronzer. It's really nice and warm, but it's not like orangey or too red. It's perfect if you have a similar skin tone to me, and I've even seen lighter skin tones being able to pull this off as well. And like I mentioned earlier, Brandon chose the Tarteist contour palette for my contour, but he said I could use whatever color I wanted in here. So usually when I contour, I go in with this 3 color. I think this is 3, and it's just the lighter of the contour shades. It's a really nice neutral contour shade, and sometimes when I'm feeling a little daring, this is way too dark for me, this 4 shade, but I will literally take the tiniest amount of this and just hit that very back edge of my contour near my hairline to add a little bit more definition to my face there. Like, you could barely tell. Oh, I snatched myself. The blush that my boyfriend chose is the Milani Rose Powder Brush Blush, and this is in the shade Romantic Rose. Again, this used to be one of my favorites, but something that I haven't reached for in a while, and I think it'll look really pretty with this look. It's just like a neutral nude pink shade. I'm just gonna be kind of going right over that bronzer to kind of melt the two together. If there is one thing that Brandon knows about my makeup routine, like the back of his hand, it is my highlight. I'm always like, do I have enough highlight on? How does my highlight look? Is my highlight pretty? He's always like noticing my highlight and stuff like that. So for this look, he chose the Anastasia Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. I just got this for Christmas and I haven't really had the chance to try it out much, so I'm really happy that he chose this. And he actually chose the shade Daydream, which is this really interesting, almost like an orangey sherbet highlight. And he did that because I think it closest matches the orangey shades on my lid. So I'm gonna be using this. I've never tried the shade before, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not sure how this is going to translate on my skin, but let's see. Oh, that is so beyond beautiful. It's actually not pulling that orange on my face, which I'm really happy about. I was scared that I was gonna look like I had sherbet smeared on my face, but this is so pretty. Good job, babe. You did really, really good with this highlight choice. I love this. And honestly, if he hadn't picked this one out, I'm honestly not sure how much use I would have gotten out of this, just because I would have been so fearful of the orange that this looked like in the pan. But it's really not that orangey at all. It's just like a nice warm coppery light gold, if that makes any sense to you guys. You guys, I could literally put this on all day. I'm never stopping. Look at that. Yes, honey. Now we're just gonna jump back to the eyes real quick. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more again. I think I'm just gonna be taking a mixture of all of the warm browns, even the peanut brittle, just to kind of just balance everything out. And I'm gonna be smoking this out on my lower lash line. There's not really a decent like inner corner highlight inside the peanut butter and jelly palette, so I'm just gonna take that same face highlight that we used, the Daydream shade, and pop that onto the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to be popping on some setting spray. This is the one that Brandon chose for me, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I haven't used this in a long time. From what I remember, I wasn't the biggest fan. I don't think that this feels amazing on the face, but we have to use whatever he chose. So maybe my mind has changed. At the time when I did use this, I kind of wasn't sure like what to look for in a setting spray. So I'm actually really happy that he chose this just so I could give it another chance, because I don't think I ever would have even remembered about it if he didn't pick it. So let's give this a shot and see how I like it. I think this spray is a little bit chunky. Let's see. I'm nervous. I don't even like, oh, do you guys see that? Oh! So I don't know how well you guys can see that first spray. Look at that. Oh my. Okay, hold on. We need to fix that. All right, let's try again. I probably should have done like a test spray before I did that. Okay, that was way better. It kind of is a little chunky again. I don't know. I remembered not liking this too much, but that's okay. This totally is not Brandon's fault at all. It's literally just this product is not that good. Okay, so I did mess up on my mascara like a little bit on my lower lash down here, but I'm just waiting for it to dry so I can kind of flake it off. For my lips, you guys saw Brandon chose the Colourpop lippy stick in the shade Grunge, and this is in a matte formula. So I think it's gonna look good with this eye look. Let's see. Just go ahead and apply this. These are really, really good, the formula on these lippy sticks. So this is the look. As you guys can see, it's very warm, very like grungy. I really like it. The eyes are just very warm and peanut buttery, obviously using the peanut butter palette by Too Faced. The lips are gorgeous and I think they match with the eyes really well. I love, love, love the highlighter. That highlight choice that he made was my absolute favorite thing. Definitely the star of the show in my opinion, this Daydream shade. But like I said, I think he picked everything out perfectly. It definitely made my job a whole lot easier. I definitely did not struggle with anything. The only thing that was a little bit of a dud for me in this video was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I remembered not liking this, but I really wanted to give it another shot, and I was kind of glad that he actually picked it out just so I could test it out again. But I just did not like how this performed at all. It was very much a hard spray. As you guys can saw, it left all of those dots on my forehead. I had to go back in and kind of fix my foundation. So definitely not something that's his fault. All he did was pick it out, but this was probably my least favorite thing that he picked out. But like I said, it's just a bad product. It doesn't have anything to do with him. My boyfriend is not actually with me right now, but I do want to go ahead and call him and get his opinion on the look and show him how he did with picking everything out and just kind of talk to him about the products, and so we can kind of talk to you guys as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call him right now and let's see what he says.
Hello.
What do you think?
It looks awesome.
You like it?
Yeah, it looked really good.
You still think you picked everything good?
Yeah, I did a really good job, I can tell.
We're filming.
Oh. I didn't know you started already.
So everything was good. I think everything matches really nice. The only thing that I was...
Did I pick anything wrong?
You didn't pick anything wrong. You picked everything right. The only thing that went wrong wasn't your fault. It's that setting spray that you picked. I knew I didn't like it, but I didn't want to say anything because I wanted it to be like, you know, like authentic.
Wait, which one?
The little white one, the Wet n Wild one.
Okay, yeah.
I sprayed it and it literally came out in a chunk, and I had like spots of foundation missing all over my forehead.
Wow, that sucks.
but I fixed it. But I told them, I was like, it's not Brandon's fault. I just don't like this, and it's a bad product. But I think you did really good.
Yeah.
That highlight, you'll see when you watch the video, I like freaked out. It was so, I never used the one that you picked out before. It's...
Take pictures so I can see it better because FaceTime is kind of like blurry.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Thanks, bye. We really hope that you guys enjoyed. We definitely had a lot of fun filming this for you guys. If you did, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys subscribe before you leave because I'd love to have you guys here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.